Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking every single diamond card currently in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM here on this tier list. So, recording this video before leaks come out today. I know leaks will have already come out by the time that you'll see this video later this afternoon. But as of right now, there's only 22 diamonds in the game. Yes, we'll probably get 3 or so more tomorrow, 2 or 3 more. Those guys are not going to be on this list, but everybody else is on this list. And if y'all want, I can let y'all know where I would put those cards on this list as well. If you want to know, just leave me a comment and I'll let you know where I think those guys are going to be, whoever we're getting tomorrow, whether it be Kobe, LeBron, or some other big name, because I think there's a good chance it could be a good drop tomorrow. But starting off with Brandon Ingram, I don't love this BI card among the diamonds. Here's the thing to remember. These are 22 of the best cards in the game. A couple of these cards are not very good, but most of these cards are elite to like truly S tier, top tier cards. So when I have guys on lower tiers, that does not mean they are a bad card. That just means they aren't the best of the best among these best of the best cards. So Brandon Ingram, who is a good card, no doubt about it, I think has to go B tier. He's not an elite level defender. And then offensively, I don't love his release. I think it's a little bit baited. His movement is pretty good. His stats and badges are great. I don't like this card defensively, and I don't love his release. I think C tier is actually fair. I would say Brandon Roy probably is A tier, especially when you badge him out. He's very complete. He gets really good all around badges. Animations are very good on this card as well. He's got a super good release. He's an elite level slasher. He's one of the most complete shooting guards in the game once he is badged out and put a shoe on him and all those types of things. But I am very high on Brandon Roy as an overall card. I think he is a top 3 shooting guard in the game, fully badged. You could make the argument that he's better than MJ and is the second best shooting guard in the game behind Paul George. He's an absolutely incredible card, and I think he's an A tier guy for sure. I'm going to go Carmelo in B. Carmelo is a great offensive card with a really good release, great move, but he's basically better Brandon Ingram is what I would say Carmelo is. They're very similar cards. BI's release just isn't as good as Carmelo's, but they're both really good. I think B tier is fair. I think Chet Holmgren probably goes A. I'm not sure he quite cracks like the top 5 or so, which is going to be our S tier with only 22 cards. It's only going to be 4 or 5 guys in S tier. Don't think Chet Holmgren is a top 5 diamond in the game, but I think he's a really good card. There is no doubt about that. Very complete, shoots the 3 at a super high level, defends his butt off, and is really good on the interior as well. The only problem with the card is super low strength. Hurts him a lot interior wise defensively. Offensively, he's great in the interior. Defensively, not quite so much. And he's not going to be out here drop stepping and attacking mismatches the way that some other guards or some other bigs would, because he is so weak. He will get drop stepped to death. That's his biggest flaw, is that guys like Wilt Jack are just going to throw him around like a ragdoll because of the low strength. But if you defend with him intentionally and properly and make sure that he is matched up on the right guys and not having to guard Shaq or Wilt or a guy like that, he's going to be amazing and definitely an A tier type of card. Chris Bosh can get every badge. Release is a little janky, but he's a really good card still. Great all around stats and badges. Gets every single badge upgradable in the game. I think he's very easily a B tier. You could argue A tier, and I don't think I would disagree with you. In fact, I think put him in the A tier for now. Dwayne Wade, great point guard. Top 5 PG in the game. I still think I'm going to go B tier among the best diamonds. He doesn't have incredible shot creation ability, although he is good as a shot creator, and his release is a little bit slow. Elite defender, very good slasher, really good point guard option, but I think B among the best of the best, which is what these diamonds are, is fair. Giannis is our first S tier player. He's a 7-footer who can time and burst, can shoot the 3, elite level slasher, of course, one of the best, if not the best defensive cards in the game, probably the best card in the game right now, not just an S tier diamond, and he is an absolutely amazing option. I think Gordon Hayward is good, but not incredible. I think he's a fine card. I don't think he's an amazing one by any means. 6'7", really good release, pretty good defender, not a bad slasher, good speed, not an incredible, insane card, but a very solid one for sure. Joel Embiid, I think, is probably the best center in the game besides Giannis right now. Is that enough to put him in the S tier? I'm not 100% sure. He's a true 7-footer, defends really well in the interior, has that massive Wilt and Shaq as player build, but can stretch out and shoot the 3 as well. While he doesn't have the speed of those guys, he's still an elite level defender like they are, and I think he's still an A tier guy. I will put KD in S tier. I think KD's a dog. I think he's really good. I think he is a very good shot creator at the small forward position. I think his movement is quite good. I think he defends really well as well. He's a 6'10" small forward or power forward option with a really good player build. Release, I am a fan of, and I think he's a great card. Kyrie, unfortunately, I think is going to go C tier because of the lack of defense. I just don't think his release is a tiny bit baited. He is maybe the best dribbling card in the game, still probably is, honestly, because of that Kyrie dribble style, which is so good, but release is a tiny bit baited, and he also doesn't do anything defensively. So especially with the gameplay changes, I think he's a C. Luka is probably the worst diamond in the game. If not, he's right near the top. He's a bad card. He's an easy D tier. There's only a couple of truly obvious D tiers on this list. Luka is one of them. He's legitimately a bad card. Magic, I think, has to go A. Yeah, I don't think I can put Magic S. I don't think I can. I like him. Maybe I can. Because he is 6'9". The thing about Magic is at 6'9", he has such great size at the point guard position that it is so valuable to have him on the court for that size and for that switchability, especially if you have guards and wings who can score the ball around him. The size is so valuable. The matching ability is there. The mismatch ability and the switchability on defense is just something that you can't overstate the value of. So I know his release is incredible, and he doesn't move as fast as you would like probably, but really, really good card still. I think MJ is going to go A. I think I'm going to move Brandon Roy down to B just because unless he's fully badged, I think he has some liabilities, and these are the best of the best. I think MJ's probably a better card, at least as a base card. MJ's an incredible shot creator and slasher. More not really a 3-hunter shot creator, but he's a really good slasher shot creator. He has good sigs and can attack the rim at a crazy high level. Gets great defensive animations as well. Maybe the best defensive card in the game. Obviously, like I said, attacking the rim is incredible. He slashes at a super high level, and his release is smooth and easy to green. While he isn't the most insane 3-hunter or even really a good 3-hunter, his release is still very smooth and easy to green, so that is a plus. Nate Archibald is the other very obvious D tier on this list. Honestly, he and Luka I think are kind of head and shoulders below everyone else among these diamonds, so for me at least, they're probably the only 2 D tiers, and I don't think either of them are very good. Paul George is S tier, 6'8" shooting guard, great release, great movement, great shot creation, great defense, great slasher. He does literally everything on the court at a great level. The only thing that maybe isn't great is the playmaking, but even that is still pretty solid. I think he's a great card. SGA is also an obvious S tier. Both of those guys very easily crack my S tier among these diamonds. They're the best cards in the game at their positions. SGA is a 6'6" point guard who can get every badge, has an elite release, very good movement. So he's a super complete card, especially when he's fully badged out with great size and a great release at the point guard position. He is easily the best PG in the game right now. Shaq, I think, is going to go B, and I think Shaq and Wilt are the same card. So they basically have to go to the same spot wherever that is. And I think the thing that frustrates me so much about Shaq and Wilt is the inability to shoot the 3. With that being said, they're still dominant insides. And I know we have a lot of big men in the A tier, but nope. You know what? The inability to shoot the 3, I'm doing it. Now we're going to have a lot of cards in the B tier, but I am moving these guys into the B tier. And I don't know if that's a crazy take to put Shaq and Wilt this low. And I know they're dominant on the interior. They are incredible rebounders, defenders, dunkers, all that type of stuff. Super duper fast. They can't shoot 3s at all, and they can barely shoot mid-range. I mean, Wilt kind of can't shoot a mid-range. Shaq isn't even really hitting a mid-range. So, I mean, I don't know. For me, at least, the inside center player style, even though they're amazing cards, just doesn't fit my play style any much. So, very much anymore, I should say. So I think B tier is fair there. I'm gonna go Sean Marion in C tier. He's borderline D. He's probably the 3rd worst diamond. Doesn't have the key defensive badges you like, but he's still a very good defender. His release is smooth and easy to green. He's pretty athletic, but he's not huge, only 6'7". Best position is probably power forward. Not a great card. Tim Duncan, I probably will put C tier as well. If I have Wilt and Shaq in B, I think Tim Duncan has to go C because he's a worse version of Wilt and Shaq in my opinion. While he does shoot free throws better than they do and shoot mid-ranges better than they do, he doesn't have the size that those guys do nor the speed. So he's just kind of an inside center. While I guess he can technically step out and hit a corner 3. I've seen a couple people make corner 3s with Tim Duncan. It's not something you're probably doing with consistency. So I think C tier is fair for him. And then honestly, I think Steph has to go B tier. I like almost want to put him C tier with Kyrie. He's such a good shot creator, but he's such a bad defender. He's such a liability defensively, and with the way that the shooting has been patched, it has taken Steph from my favorite point guard in the game to out of my lineup. Legitimately, once I get SGA, Steph will probably not be in my lineup anymore. So that is something that is really interesting. And it's just the way the game is played. It shifted. The 3-hunting pick and roll straight play style just isn't as effective as it was a couple weeks ago before gameplay patches, which has taken away from the value of guys like Steph, Wilt, and Shaq, who were the really good inside centers and then the truly elite 3-hunters. And I think Steph, because of the defensive inadequacies and the fact that it is now harder to 3-hunt, is only a C tier point guard. Good card, but I think C tier is fair. With that being said, that is everybody among the diamonds right now in my team. Let me know what y'all think of my list in the comment section down below. If there's anything you would change, feel free to let me know. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.